Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about some NBA news. I'll do Warriors recap tonight for Game 3, and I'll do Heat Knicks recap as well. Dodgers Padres Game 2 tonight, so just some videos coming up later tonight. But let's get right to the NBA here, shall we? So DeMar DeRozan, he thinks if the Raptors had kept him, he thinks they might have won a championship. Quote, most definitely, it sucks that we couldn't see what could have happened with me still being there, and that just changed the whole dynamic and everything. But I definitely felt that, quote, via ESPN, said DeMar DeRozan. And DeMar's awesome, and I think Raptors fans love him forever, but Kawhi's a different guy. And it wasn't happening with DeMar. You sign and trade DeMar and Gary Trent both to $25 million contracts, maybe, to come back. I don't know. I don't know what the Raptors would trade if they wanted to get him back. Gary Trent could come back, but I really doubt it, and I doubt DeRozan will come back. I think he's just gonna stay. I think he's gonna stay with the Bulls the rest of his career. But to what DeMar said, I don't think so. I really don't think they would have won a ring without Kawhi Leonard being that team over DeRozan. I don't think they would have won the ring. The Warriors would have probably beaten them, and that's if they got past the Sixers. He's got a, quote, bag, but the ball doesn't move when he's in. But that wouldn't have happened. I don't know. But he's not doing shit Kawhi did in those playoffs. He's not doing the shit Kawhi did in the playoffs, so I really disagree here. So, Joel Embiid talked about on playing around this time of the year after they lost last night. I think players have to show up on playing this time of the year, said Joel Embiid. And you gotta have other players, you gotta have everybody step up in your team in the playoffs. Your starters have to keep playing like they have all season. You gotta have some good bench scoring. Some people will say benches don't matter in the playoffs, but they do. You gotta have some depth. You gotta have the scoring off the bench. To win some games. It's just the truth. And people say, oh, maybe the MVP should take over. He's the MVP, but he can't do everything. He had 30 points and 13 rebounds last night. And the approach was enough to win them a number of regular season games, but that approach isn't working for any player against the best team in the NBA in a 7-game series. He dropped 30 on one knee, and Harden was like, I don't know, he made like 4 or 5 shots out of like 19. He can't take over if everyone on the Celtics are also making shots, and his best 2 teammates shot 7 of 30. He was literally the entire offense. Harden and Maxey just legit gave them nothing right there. Maybe his co-stars should shoot better than 18% over the last 2 games. Harden's got to play better, though. He's got to play better. Yeah, I feel like he's basically talking about... I feel like he's talking about James Harden here, really, to be honest. So, Emoni Bates, he worked out for the Charlotte Hornets yesterday, per Adam Zagoria. He had a much better season this year at Eastern Michigan. And I don't think they're going to take him top 5. The most likely scenario for him is a mid to late second round pick. At least that's what the pre-combine workout consensus seems to be. Across the board, he'll be like a mid to late second round pick, but I feel like it's definitely worse than the late first. Maybe in the late first or second. But if he's a first round pick, then that means a contending team let the intern draft. The pick was traded to an incompetent team, or they gave Silver the wrong team. But he feel like he has no defense, though. Like, his offensive game's really good, but his defense isn't really that great. But their current workouts are for guys in the second round, or maybe late first. So this is it's really probably a workout to see the second round. So he's not going to go undrafted. He's going to be like a second round pick, mid-late second round pick. But the joke's kind of do right himself here. He's kind of a thug. So Howard Stern, He says black NBA players ignores him at Knicks games. Quote, the black players won't come over and say hello to me, but they go over to Spike Lee. I grew up in a black neighborhood. You know what I mean? I think they should know that, but I get ignored. Howard Stern just felt like trying to get some attention here. On his name, trying to get some attention. You're not Spike Lee, unfortunately, there, Mr. Stern. You're not him. You're not Spike Lee. Howard Stern is just trash. My reaction to the information is, what are you talking about? Dude, it's Spike Lee. And MSG of all places, too. Like, come on. It's Spike fucking Lee. Of course people are gonna talk to him more. Like, really? This just tells me he just wants attention. Here. It's just nobody wants to talk to him. Nobody cares about Howard Stern. We don't. I don't want to click. I'm not clicking that. But that's really all the NBA news there. We're going to go over some maybe injury updates here. Marcus Smart's questionable tonight is questionable for Sunday with an ankle injury, but but Marcus Smart's been questionable for like every game, so I think he's still going to play regardless. Joel Embiid is listed questionable for Sunday with a knee injury, but he's going to play, but he was also listed questionable for game 2, like he's going to play. It's just that knee's definitely bothering him. Now the Suns are going to start Payne, Booker, Okogie, Durant, and Ayton. Or no, that was from yesterday, never mind. But yeah, that's all the NBA news I have to talk about, so until next time, Peace.